line. 50% here. Gotta be careful here in this situation.
Okay, still missing the timing on the downer. That's like the one piece that SmashBros is missing in the puzzle. Still have to get something here. This edge guard could be a big play opportunity.
Oh, 20%.
Miss.
The answer for them just yet.
Let's go back up. Oh, that's it! There is no question in our minds the strongest state in the US. It's clearly New Jersey. This rendition of the power rankings has some of the most competitive placements ever before seen in Jersey's long history in Ultimate. Nearly every single person on this list has a Lumi rank win, and most have multiple from across the world. It would be a disservice not to talk about the success of this great region. So let's get right into it. My name is Pharaoh.
And I'm JustinByleth.
And let's take a look at how the best of the best in New Jersey did on the New Jersey PR Quarter 1 2025.
A lot closer to the ground, pressuring that shield and waiting for SmashBros to jump first. Here's the Petayaa on the solid ground. Yes, there it is. Going to get the tech. High recovery, the double. Is it? Not going to. Here it's yours as you want.
This video ought to start with a story. At Low Tide City 2023, me, Pharaoh, and Syrup were headed back to Jersey. All three of us were pretty bummed after being eliminated in Game 5 sets. In the airport, in a frustrating low moment for all of us, then 15-year-old Syrup said he wasn't sure how long he could keep playing this game for. He had done a lot of what he felt like he could. Pharaoh responded, "Andrew, you can't quit, man. You can be the best." Andrew said, "I know I can be pretty good." I responded, "No, Andrew. He thinks you can be the best player in the world." 3 years later, the new best player in the United States spent his season getting 4th at Battle of BC, 3rd at Let's Make Big Moves, and winning his first major at Cavalier Clash. He's beaten both current contenders for #1 in the world, Japan's Hurt and Mexico's SmashBros, not with Steve, but with Ness. It is no surprise seeing Syrup at #1 in New Jersey, leading this talented pack of players. For this new year, we'll just have to see how high he can go.
Tweek expanding the lead just a bit. 15 seconds, and he gets the trip.
Yeah, you gotta recognize the options right there.
Very few people are even capable of having a season as flawless as Tweek. Yet, here we are. New Jersey is blessed to be home to its #2 player, Tweek, whose face is absolutely on Smash Ultimate's Mount Rushmore. Tweek has exclusively single-digit placements, with his worst placement being what anyone would consider the best run of their life. Tweek won 3 events this season, winning Battle Over the Bridge 170 over Houdini and Little Mac main. He won the Roundtable 2 over Jakal, Syrup, and Zomba, and he won Luminosity Madness over Dominator, Sonics, and Mutace, both B-tier events. At LMBM and S+ tier, he got 5th, beating Mr. E, Candle, and Jja, and finally evening up his set record with MK Leo. At the biggest event of the season, Genesis X2, he would have an incredible 7th place finish, beating M Popo, Shiny Mark, and Gluttony. Tweek has been doing it time and time again, and there really seems like there is no stopping him.
Wolfpack.
Puck is on, boys. And getting off the ledge. This just does not seem possible. And making that taking hop really into that grab.
I'm seeing that like she's up smashing a lot. The one that she.
The Wolf is back yet again for the NJPR, claiming another top 5 placement. His regional events were fantastic, only missing top 4 of a B tier once, getting wins on Bubs, WebbJP, and Tilde along the way. Out of region at Redshift Singularity in North Carolina, he would defeat the likes of Geist, Peanut, Omega, and The Beck. At LMBM, the biggest major of the season, he would get a fantastic 17th place finish, beating Dominator and Lima. However, his most spectacular run was at Dan's Wedding Bash. At the C tier, he would actually lose his round 1 against Citadel's Ridley, but this didn't discourage the Wolfmane. In fact, he would proceed to go on a 13-set-long losers run to win the entire bracket, defeating Rivers, Free K-Flock, Jen, Doorstep, and Dothia, Peanut, and Geist twice. No matter what bracket Jakal is at, he is ready to tear it to shreds.
Pharaoh saved his jump. Look, no, again, not teching at all. Oh, anything off the top?
New Jersey's upper echelon is known for its slow, insipid playstyle that involves wearing down the opponent with a strong neutral and good defense. You can see this style in some of New Jersey's best, with players like Syrup, Tweek, Jakal, and WebbJP. Pharaoh, though, he breaks the mold. Pharaoh believes the best defense is a good offense, and he plays lightning fast. This has its advantages which become very clear in Game 5 situations where Pharaoh seems to be at his best. Pharaoh got Game 5 wins over East Coast heavy hitters like Smub, Bobo, and Smurf Poster, but his uncanny ability to always threaten a reverse 3-0 was shown against both Cola and Mars, two incredibly powerful players who lost leads to the Dino at Cavalier Clash and Let's Make Big Moves. But that's not all. Pharaoh managed wins on number 1 Syrup and other powerhouses like New York's PK Chris and French Mega Man Trim. Gone are the days where Pharaoh's incredible peaks shocked the world. Nobody's shocked anymore.
The delay there, double nair in the back air. Wow.
There seems to be many doubters about Cheek's place in the current meta, but WebbJP is to be sure to put all the doubters to rest. Attending the least out of the season does not mean when he popped out, it wasn't incredibly impactful. He won 2 locals, Fusion number 239 over the Beck, Melly, and SmashBros. He took down Undiscovered Smash number 340 over Free K-Flock and Bobo without losing a single set. But his most accomplished run was at Encore Smash number 289, where he would beat Tilde and Ling, but most importantly, getting a huge win on Syrup, being the only person on the entire rankings positive on the boy. The meta has not just a place for Sheik, but for WebbJP as well.
Let's go.
Immediately, but it's looking like Luigi Kid is about to get the 0 to death right here, right now.
Okay. Adult Link have that adult strength, because my word, that was insane.
No way. However, we still have the opportunity to go right back on stage.
In the hallways at Let's Make Big Moves, one question could be heard, spoken as a whisper among the players who traveled in from outside of Tri-State. Yeah, who on earth is Luigi Kid 64? Well, it turns out New Jersey's secret weapon just so happened to finally get his chance. Before this season, Luigi Kid was a Wi-Fi warrior who mostly stayed confined to the Stargate Weekly series, if anything at all. Now, the world knows about Luigi Kid, the young Luigi main who went on a run that shocked the world at Let's Make Big Moves, where he defeated Mutace and Tilde back to back. Luigi Kid also won a Fusion this season, got top 6 at both roundtables he entered, and maintained strong win-loss records across the state. No one on the East Coast is asking who Luigi Kid is anymore.
That's why you don't get fancy.
Phantum makes a strong return to the New Jersey PR at number 7. Phantom took a brief hiatus for most of the second half of the season, reflecting a slight drop in her ranking. But do not be fooled, because the youngest member of this ranking was no slouch at the events she made it to. Soon after Phantom's return, he attended roundtable number 4, where you'd think the rust would show. But instead, Phantom got second place in a thrilling true finals with the Buzz, beating the man himself, as well as Pharaoh and Luigi Kid. The very next day, Phantom hitched a ride up to dank step number 8 in Connecticut, where an early set loss to G Extreme triggered a 7-set losers run to first place. With incredible in-region consistency, a win on top-level gatekeeper to Buzz, and late-season peaks, it's no surprise to see Phantom staying in the top 10.
Who is the Beck but the strongest? Who is the Beck but the one who perseveres the most? Attending the most out of anyone on the PR paid dividends for the Beck, who changed his tag from Yeast as a nod to his Uzbek heritage, as his season was yet again amazing. One highlight includes his 5-set long losers run at the Back from the Dead monthly number 3, where he defeated Sir Moves, formerly known as Miles, and Reed. At roundtable number 3, he got 7th, defeating Char and Bobo. But his most spectacular tournament this season has to have been his run at Redshift Singularity. There, he made it all the way to winners finals, taking names like No Tag, Key, Chugs, and Peebnut in an insane upset factor 7. Rounding out the season with wins over Just Blue, Jen, and WebbJP, the Beck is ready to keep putting Brawler on the map.
Not that much. Just slowly but surely took some percentage, although 2 did.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. One was so much more comfortable.
The stage and Isaiah running around in physical condition. Looking for any chance.
The best duck hunt in the United States returns to the New Jersey PR, making herself comfortable in her new home of New Jersey. She has done fantastically locally, winning 2 of the fusions she went to, being Fusion number 242 and Fusion number 245. Winning over Luigi Kid 64 and Jakal respectively. She would do some traveling, getting very solid results outside of New Jersey, like 17th at Afterburn in 2025 and 13th at Redshift Singularity. Just because she is primarily New Jersey, however, does not mean she has forgotten her roots, as her best event this season was Let's Make Big Moves in New York City. There, she would place top 48 with wins over Squid Plumber, CJ Frozen, and Blitz Luigi, getting an SPR of +2. It's safe to say that Fawn is here to stay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'll do it. These stage spikes will destroy the mentality of even the most experienced players.
New Jersey's best Kazuya and the #1 player at Rutgers University makes his grand return to the NJPR. The True Devil terrorized the local scene, getting 4th at Fusion 238, 2nd at Transcendence 35, and 2nd at Center Stage 74, beating a multitude of players such as Hayes, Aquaze, Mr. Thugs, SmashBros, Deltaforce, and Jakal. Being #1 of Rutgers though, one of his best tournaments was Rutgers' Premier Monthly, the Roundtable number 2. Getting a top 16 finish, he took down names like Sir Moves, Leon, and Aloe along the way. His breakout, however, has to be LMBM 2025, where at the S+ tier he would beat the likes of Jade, Reese Almighty, and Jen for an incredible top 96 finish. The Devil King seems to finally be back in form and ready to show just how strong the Mishima style is.
Pero el up be the like. Damage, not gonna kill just yet. That is a stale up air, if I've ever seen one.
Oh, you know, better combo potential. Y un solo golpe fuerte podría ser suficiente, pero pollo, señores, no se queda con los brazos cruzados.
The best Bowser in North America finally makes his return to the New Jersey PR after a long hiatus. This season, the Bowser entered a few tournaments, but had the most consistent season of any ranked member. he went to 5 events this season. His first was a fantastic second place finish at 12G Century Series Exodus in New York, beating Marvell and Cody. He would attend the next 2 roundtables and place 5th at both, taking sets over Synnister, Phantom, Jen, Ling, G Extreme, and myself. He would end up traveling to Peru as well, getting a solid 4th place finish at their 100-man tournament, beating Andre 247 and Gold 979. Finally, he would close out this season with yet another 5th place finish at the Roundtable 4, where he would beat Deltaforce and Whirlpool Washing Machine. Leon may not have entered many tournaments, but this was simply a warm-up for when the top player returns to form.
PK Star!
Points off.
What the hell? From that episode has more range than the Cena. Just wanted to get that.
Somehow and some way, SmashBros sneaks his way onto the NJPR. Using the boy from the future along with his secondary Enderman, his season is the biggest comeback story of any member. Starting off his early season with some disappointing finishes, SmashBros was determined to make the rankings. In the last month, he had a slew of fantastic wins and placements. At Cavalier Clash, he would get a respectable top 48 finish, beating Quandale Dinglingleton, also known as D-Dog. At Almost Heaven 6, he would get a great top 16 finish, but the real comeback factor was at his locals. He would win Rise and Shine Rose 3, going on a 7-set long losers run after losing his round 2, defeating Pharaoh, The Beck, Mr. Thugs, and Synnister twice. He would get a fantastic upset against Jakal at Fusion 245, and top off his season at Dank Step 8 with wins on Blitz Luigi and Lido. It really goes to show that you can never count out the boy from nowhere.
There's been a lot of talk about Bowser Jr. lately, with this character's mobility, strength, and strangely great disadvantage. Recent innovations have led to this character succeeding, when many people expected him to fail. And one of the innovators revolutionizing this character is the New Jersey PR's only newcomer in the past 6 months, Mr. Thugs. This is a player who succeeds when the pressure is high and the stakes are even higher, loving the sound of the crowd and the heat of competition. At the Roundtable 3, Thugs went on a fantastic run, beating Beast, Sumgai, and Kohai to a great top 16 finish. But by far his best performance was at Cavalier Clash 6. At the A+ tier, he went on a 5-set long losers run, beating Luxa with an upset factor 3, and number 62 in the world, Haunter, with an upset factor of 5, claiming his very first Lumirank win to get a top 32 finish. These breakout tournaments are just the beginning for the Bowser Jr., and you can expect way more to come.
Especially in this time of the game, you have to use every resource.
Such a good job of staying above. The down smash coming in, not going to get a big punish. The X ult, maybe just enough damage.
He's back in electrifying fashion, and with wins over the likes of Scrafty, Sen, Lol Yoshi, and Jersey talent Pharaoh, Sumgai brings the Tiny Mouse Pokemon to a great height on the New Jersey PR. Sumgai's results this season include 7th place at 2 national events, Redshift Singularity in North Carolina, and Roundtable number 4 back at home. In addition to the wins we've already mentioned, Sumgai earned his spot by beating some of New York's best, including Burst at Roundtable number 3, as well as Vivi and Melly at Waypoint Warriors Weeklies. Sumgai was last ranked in New Jersey 2 years ago in 2023, but this season he was able to replicate the magic and remind us all that he's still a threat.
Shinku Hadouken!
higher than Jared, so he's being set. Okay, trying to get something crazy there with the toxic jab extension.
Central Jersey's World Warrior is back yet again on the New Jersey PR. Synnister had a calmer season to start off 2025, attending less than what we're used to from the Ryu main. But don't be fooled, Synnister racked up an impressive resume of set wins this season, including Jakal, Beast, and myself. He managed tournament wins in the Fusion, Center Stage, and Scarlet Showdown series, and even top-8'd Tri-State Showdown, although it didn't count for the rankings. Maybe the most impressive part of Synnister's season, however, was when he won 4 tournaments in a row over the likes of Petayaa, Hayes, Sumgai, and his very own brother, Level 7. Synnister is simply biding his time, waiting and listening for the right time to strike.
And for our grand finale, we have Deltaforce, a bastion of consistency within New Jersey. Deltaforce has never missed a single iteration of this ranking since we came back from COVID in 2021, and he's done it again. The strongest dot on Delta's long resume this season was his local head-to-head counts, staying 4-1 on Mr. Bugs, 2-1 on SmashBros, and 2-0 on Fawn and Pharaoh. He beat Florida Diddy Kong main Aaron at Let's Make Big Moves and New York Bayo main Amaryllis at the Contender Spring Seasonal. He began implanting advanced bomb techniques, more frame-tight combos, more footstools, and more confirms into aerial hero spin for damage and grounded hero spin to take stops. Delta's unique, fundamental link gameplay has paid dividends for him, including yet another spot on the New Jersey PR.
A region's strength can be defined by their top level, for sure. But the true strength of a region comes from the talent not seen in the rankings. The hidden bosses, those who continue to strive for improvement and personal success. They are some of the most passionate players in the scene. And without them, how can a scene truly thrive? The NJPR is incredibly strong, but with the ever-growing strength of the general player base in Jersey, we can never be too sure of the rankings. Whether you're on it or not, keep improving. And let's show the world just how great Jersey is. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you the next season.